I just asked AI where to buy something and it quickly gave me one answer with 5 names. So not the old 10 blue links. So in this new AI world, it's all about being mentioned in that AI answer. So either you are mentioned in the answer and you exist, or you do not exist. So in this video, I'll take you through how to be mentioned in those AI answers. For 20 years, getting found online meant one thing: ranking on Google. But AI search changed that. There's no list anymore because AI reads a handful of sources and cites maybe 2 to 3 sites. So now it's a winner takes most situation. And here's why I'm making this video now. The buyers asking these questions like, where can I buy this? They are actually the warmest buyers on the internet. And they're usually taking that recommendation. And that's exactly why it's cheap to win right now. Because most of your competitors probably didn't even check right now if AI can read their websites. So by the end of this video, you'll know 5 moves to make to get your marketplace website into these AI answers. Let's do it. Okay, so let's try and go through how it used to work. So the old world, you could say, how it is in the new world, and how AI search actually works. Let's do it. So in the old world, you search for something on Google or on Bing or any other search machine, and then you see a number of links afterwards that you can click, and then you are taken to that page. So here you can see I've searched for Promotora, and then I see up to 10 links on the first page that I can then click on, and then I'm sent to that page basically. That is the old world. In the new world, it's all about being featured in the AI results. And this is how it works now. So you search for something, and that could be something like, where should I buy X? AI is then retrieving pages, reads them all, and then writes just one answer and maybe cites 2 to 4 sites. So it's way more of a winner takes it all. So let's look at these 2 examples. First, I'm searching for what is Promotora. So that is relatively simple, and this is on Google. So this is the Gemini AI. So here you can see Promotora is an AI-powered no-code platform, blah, blah, blah. But the interesting thing here is that it's actually not citing Promotora.com. It's citing Promotora Product Hunt page, the YouTube page, and then also SaaS-worthy page. So I think that's a review site. So as you can see here, it's way more about what other sites are saying about you. So that is very interesting. And then for this example here, you can see that I'm writing, I would like to buy a used Danish design chair online. Give me some suggestions. So a typical AI question. So then of course it gives me a couple of examples, but the most important and interesting part is actually down here, where it's then recommending some online marketplaces. So DBA, that's a Danish marketplace, Facebook, Sale&C, and some other ones. So that is of course where you as a marketplace owner would want to be featured. And again, I just want to point out that it's very interesting that now it's way more of a winner takes it all. Because in the old world, if you were in the top 10, so let's say you were ranking on number 6, you would still get some clicks to your site. But now if you're basically not in the AI results, you will not get any clicks to your site. So that takes us to how AI search actually works. So how do you get your marketplace and all your marketplace listings featured on AI? So there are actually 3 gates that I just go through right now. So first one is retrieved gate. So can ChatGPT, so the ChatGPT bot, the Claude bot, the Perplexity bot, and so on, can they actually reach you? So you have to make sure that everything is set up correctly in your robots.txt, and if you're using Cloudflare, that your Cloudflare toggle is toggled on so that you are accepting that these bots can actually reach your page. I'll show you how to do this in just a second. Then the next gate is actually the read gate. So is there real text, title, price, descriptions visible in the reader mode? So if the bot just sees a blank page, then of course AI can't quote anything on your page. So then you will not be featured. And the last gate is basically the citation gate. So does the AI trust you and your marketplace? So does it say clearly what your marketplace is all about? Is it consistent everywhere? And where is it being talked about by others at the moment? So if this is a no, then you are probably being passed for a clearer source. So some of your competitors, for instance. But if you're being trusted here, then you will be named in the AI answer basically. Okay, so let's have a coffee and then we'll go through the 5 moves you should make in order to be featured on AI search. Okay, so first of all, you have to make your site reachable. And the first and most important way to do that is basically to make sure that your robots.txt and your sitemap is in order, you could say. So go to your URL, type in robots.txt, and then see what it says here. Make sure that nothing is being blocked here that you want the AI to basically reach. So here you can see the Promotora robots.txt. So I'm blocking the sign in, sign up, dashboard area, and so on. But everything I want to be reachable, so all my content pages and so on, they are not being blocked, of course, because I want the AI bots to reach it. Secondly, go to the URL again and then type sitemap.xml, and then you can see your sitemap here. So those are all your pages in your sitemap basically. So that is good to always have because it just makes it easier for bots to basically go through your sitemap to find out all the pages that you have on your website basically. So once you've done that, then make sure to just set up Google Search Console. So go to your Google Search Console, go to sitemaps, and then add your sitemap there, and do the same on Bing Webmaster Tools. And yes, you might think that Bing is actually kind of outdated, but that's not true anymore, because a lot of these new AI bots, they're actually using Bing as their primary source. And honestly, it's so easy to set up your sitemap. So this is something that takes altogether 5 minutes, but a lot of users just forget about this. So this is an absolute must to do. And last but not least, if you're using Cloudflare, then make sure in your Cloudflare account that you're allowing AI bots to basically crawl your site. So if you go here to AI crawl control and then go to security, you can see here that you can actually block crawlers here, and you can see that there are so many different crawlers here. So this is the Google bot, GPT bot, Bing bot, there's also a Facebook bot, and so on. So just allow all of them, don't block them, because if you do, then that crawler will basically not be able to see your content, meaning you will not be featured then. Okay, and secondly, you need to make sure that your content is readable, and on a marketplace, of course, that's all your listings. All your listings, that's basically your most important content. So go to your marketplace and go to one of the listings. So this is a Promotora marketplace, bbond.co, and click F12. So I'm clicking F12, and then you can basically see the HTML here. So if I then just search for the title, so I search over here for the title, then here you can see that it's part of the HTML. So this is the title, the H1 is basically here. Similar with the description, I can find that here as a P tag, as you can see here. And if I then search for the price, I find that here in the HTML as well. Now, the reason why this is important to check is that it's not all AI bots that run JavaScript. So it's important to have all the important information in your HTML, in the raw HTML basically, which is the check that I just made here. Because if your page is an empty shell that only runs after JavaScript runs, then AI might just see an empty shell. And that's a problem, because then it wouldn't know what your page is about basically. And by the way, what you can also just check on your page is to check your meta title and meta description. And you can use this extension here. It's called SEO Meta in one click to very quickly check it. So you can see the title is basically the same title as here. The description is part of this one. So everything is also in order from a meta description and a meta title standpoint. Thirdly, you should make it very easy for the AI to understand what your site is about. So you need to explain what you do. So here as an example, Promotora, the marketplace builder. So it's a marketplace builder basically. So similar on other Promotora pages like the LinkedIn page, for instance, I'm also writing that this is a marketplace builder. And also on Product Hunt, I'm writing that Promotora is a marketplace builder. That makes it easy for the AI to understand what you are. Because if you just write the world of wonders, we do this and this and this, but we also do this and this and this, it's very difficult for the AI to actually figure out what you are about, and then you will be less quoted. So come up with a sentence that you use on all your company profile pages so that it's easy for the AI to understand what you do, and therefore you will be quoted often. And that takes me to the next one. So AI doesn't just read what you are writing. It's basically reading what everyone is writing about you and your company, about your marketplace. So that is why it's actually really good if you have some positive customers writing about you on Reddit or on Twitter or on similar forums. That's actually really good, because then AI will catch that and then potentially potentially also quote that. That's also why you often see when you see an AI answer, it might be a Reddit forum or something from Twitter. So that's really, really good. Another thing that can be really good is to get a couple of reviews made on platforms like Trustpilot or on G2 so that the AI knows that, okay, there are actually some other people that have reviewed your marketplace and they had a positive experience. That can also help you be mentioned more in the AI results. And then last one, AI can easily tell if your page is alive or if it's dead basically. So if you haven't done anything new to your page for years and years, then it's very easy for the AI to quickly see, okay, this page should probably not be quoted as much because nothing has happened the last couple of years. But for a marketplace, marketplaces actually have an unfair advantage here because on a marketplace, there are listings. So whenever there are new listings being added, that's actually a freshness signal that the AI will catch. So that is an unfair advantage that marketplaces has basically. So as a marketplace owner, you just have to make sure that now and then you get a couple of new listings made. So then your marketplace will look fresh basically. And what you can do for your evergreen pages that you usually put in your footer, like this one for instance. So this one is an evergreen content piece that I wrote. And you can see that I initially wrote it back in February, but then I updated it in May. So what you can do is that maybe every second or third month, go through your evergreen pages and then add something to them, update them, make them time relevant. Maybe something changed that you actually have to add or remove, and then update the last updated so that the AI knows that, okay, this content piece, this evergreen content piece was actually adjusted. There was something added, there was something removed. So this way you're basically giving this content piece the freshness signal so that it will continuously be quotable in the AI results. And also most of these 5 moves, that shouldn't actually be your job. It should be your platform's job to make sure that this is there. So for instance, on Promotora, the robots.txt and the sitemap is automatically being generated. So as a marketplace owner, you don't have to worry about that. And also on all listings, so this is a listing on spotlogs.ca, you see that here in the HTML, you have this JSON plus LD format. So that is a structured data format that makes it very easy for an AI to read what this listing is about. So you can see, for instance, the title here, the description, the price, and so on. So everything is there in a very easy way for the AI to read. So overall, let the bots in, give them something to read. Say what you are, get talked about. Stay alive and let your sellers write the content. The buyers have already moved. The question is whether the AI answers have your name in it. And of course, if you're considering building a marketplace, then check out Promotora. There's a free trial. I hope that you like this one and I see you in the next one. See you. Bye bye. Ciao.